Okay, this is not a very good angle. There we go. Okay, so today is my reflection from both yesterday, which was Wednesday, and today, Thursday, which was my first grading day. So yesterday was my time with women's choir for their finals, which was the same as the men choir, the individual sight singing final. In fact, it was the exact same sight singing final. And yesterday, I felt like 50% of the girls walked in and said, I don't know how to do this, I'm gonna fail. And I was like, okay, let's start audiating. Let's just audio through it first. Yeah, I don't know how. I'm like, okay, it starts on do. What's the next pitch? They're like, re, and I was like, you can do the rest. So I had to baby step them through it, but I feel like next term, so frustrating because I felt like they were doing really, really well in class with the sight reading and the audiating with the hand signs. And now I'm not so sure, and a lot of the girls failed the test. That doesn't mean they'll fail the class because it's not worth a lot of their overall grade, but that was a little discouraging to see that happen. So slightly really frustrated about that, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like when I come back next week, I have to basically start over and say, now is the time to ask questions because a lot of you didn't know how to do this when you did your final. So we'll see. Plus, Brett looked at the list of the girls and poached all of the good ones for Bellissima. So, really frustrated about that. Then today I put grades in for women's choir and man choir, and somebody got an F in man choir, but it was totally deserving because they didn't come to half the classes, they didn't do any of the assignments that I asked them to, and they blew off the final. So I guess, yeah, that equals an F, and I watched it turn up as an F, and I was like, alright, well, that stinks. And unfortunately, he's enrolled in man choir again next term, and he's one of the ones that's like, we also had a bomb threat at South Albany yesterday, which was a little intense, but it also kind of reminded me of my days back at Aloha High School, where we had bomb threats frequently, and nobody was allowed to go use the bathroom during class. So at the end of class, this girl walks in, and she always asks to go to the bathroom. So I said, so you know that you're not allowed to go to the bathroom during this class? She's like, yeah, I know. And I was like, so it's an hour and a half. You might want to plan ahead. And she's like, I don't have to go right now. And I was like, okay. And then she stood there for a minute and suddenly says, I think I'm going to go right now. And I was like, good idea. So she went. And then, of course, it was her friend that really, really, really had to go in the last 20 minutes of class. And I told her, I was like, if you really have to go, I'm going to have to call for a police escort to take you to the bathroom and wait while you pee. And she was like, yeah, I don't really have to go anymore. And I was like, that's what I thought. So, all these interesting experiences that have been happening. I think I've seen pretty much a huge wide variety of stuff. I had the dog in my classroom in the fall. I've had the kid with the concussion. I've had kids take their clothes off. I've had the bomb threat. And so just getting a little bit of everything, I guess, which is good. I'm like so thankful for all these things, but it also makes me want to slightly pull my hair out because I can't believe these things that keep happening. One of the kids offered me a homemade deep fried Twinkie the other day, and I was like, how do I graciously say no? Really awkward. But I feel like I'm really part of the community. I got this awesome sweatshirt from the Rebel Singers at South, and it says, oh, the songs you can sing. And this is supposed to be Brett. So I was like, who? Dr. Seuss type of character. So anyways, I feel really welcomed, and I love the atmosphere, and I love all the crazy experiences that I keep having because it's going to just make me a better teacher, I guess.